My name is Lucy Bachmeyer, and I am here volunteering at the Scott County Public Library to instruct on how to do special effects zombie makeup for Halloween on a budget.
Hi, everybody.
So, hi.
I am the test subject.
So, one of the very first things that you should automatically start with is clean, dry skin. You should not already be wearing makeup. The skin should be dry. Hair, if you have longer hair, should be back. It should also be... Okay, so we are about to begin our zombie ghoulish makeup. If you would like to secure your hair with a headband, because we don't want any of it caught in there.
I am the test subject in all.
So there's multiple ways to approach how you'd like to start. I personally like to go ahead and get the base done to begin with. And our base, since we are doing zombie, we're going to try and make our volunteer look as dead as possible. So for that, and I guess I should go ahead and say what we're using to begin with. We are using the deluxe zombie kit and deluxe special effects kit from a Spirit Halloween store. They're found nationwide. They pop up every year around Halloween. I'm sure people have seen them around. Go in, they have kits ready-made that come with just about everything you need. They come with a spongy, they come with the stipple sponge, they come with, the palettes of makeup, lots of different types of blood. In terms of one-stop shopping, you're just going to use this once or twice for the Halloween time. It's a great resource to use. The ones I got were about $12.99, so affordable, good for the budget. And we're going to go ahead and begin, see how these work out. So. In terms of anything to remember, keep in mind that this is not something like a fairy makeup or anything that you're going to want to look really nice. This is, somebody who's dead and decaying. You're going to have jagged edges. You're going to have non-symmetricalness. You can just, when in doubt, add more color for more bruising, more blood to cover anything. Keep in mind what type of the blood is not going to dry. Like the latex on her face, if somebody bumps up against the latex, it's not going to move. They might come away with a little bit of colored makeup on them. The blood will not dry. So if somebody touches that wound, they're going to come away with blood all over their fingers.
Did we talk about the button-up in this session? The button-up shirt?
I know we mentioned it. When you're getting ready, don't wear your costume while you're getting your makeup on, because it will get makeup on it. Wear a button-down shirt so that you can easily remove it and easily put on your makeup. If for whatever reason, zombies, you just wear torn clothing, but if for whatever reason you absolutely, like the costume you're going to put on is going to touch the face a whole lot when you're putting it on, so you have to have it on beforehand, just put a smock over it. It's preferable not to have the costume on, but, again, zombies, if you spill blood and it's on your bloody zombie shirt, oh no. You'll be fine. Again, just keep in mind, it's in the dark, you're dead, like, it's not a perfectionist, like, ooh, I'm going to look a certain way type thing. It's a dead, decaying human being. And they can get pretty messy. Oh. No, Walters! Walters! Yeah.